Hey, Avinash, thanks for taking time out and talking to us. I wanted to begin by asking you, can you talk about our proposition to customers? What's like our offering in the tech and ISV space?
Okay, so the way I look at the tech and ISV practice, I think I look at it like the perfect cocktail, right? And what that means is it needs to have the perfect balance of certain ingredients, right? And the way I think about it, one of the key ingredients is domain. So that's something that we bring to the table is deep domain expertise in core digital infrastructure, right? And when I say core digital infrastructure, I mean security, storage, and networking. So deep domain expertise in that. So that's one ingredient. The second is what we have to offer given that domain, right? So engineering large scale systems, right? Um, um, Hardcore, deep tech product engineering work, right? Um, and that's kind of what we bring to the table, automation, right? In a lot of the things that we do, so as to increase time to market. So those are the offerings that we bring. That's the second ingredient. The third is how do we accelerate um, for our customers and accelerate different things like time to market, release cycles, all of that. And can we do that by something tangible that we've built in house, right? And we call them accelerators in house that we have. There are solutions that we can take to our customers that are 60, 70, 80% built out, and the balance 20% is built out at the customer end. So it significantly accelerates time to market for our customers. And we've built some tangible accelerators in this space. Things like what we call edge analytica is machine learning on the resource constrained edge, is something that is in the form of a solution. Things like ZTP or zero touch provisioning, which was a big boon actually for some of our customers in the networking space, especially in COVID, where without any human intervention, they could provision their devices that were out in the field, right? And it was a great value, especially in these times. So those are accelerators that we've built, right? And then the fourth ingredient are the people that we have, subject matter experts, high-end architects, deep tech programmers, and four of them come together at a customer site to solve a real-world customer problem, and that to me is how the tech ISV practice really adds value to our customer.
Who are some of our key clients in this space, specifically in the digital infra space that you spoke about?
Okay. So I think the who's who in the space, right? So we work with, for example, the industry leader in storage, and when I say storage, I use it as a broad term. It encompasses things like high availability, disaster recovery, storage, backup, all of it. And one of our customers is Veritas, for example, right? Industry leader in the space, has been around for decades. So they're one of our customers, and we bring the practice to them to add value to their product. So that's one example. In the networking space, I'd say someone like Ribbon Networks, right? Leading telecom provider, edge networking provider, as well as core telecom infrastructure providers. So right across the entire telecom spectrum, they operate, and we work with them, and have been working with them for, I'm going to say, almost a decade now, right? And doing something very similar. And then in the security space, companies like Alert Logic, right, where we do security event analysis and management, right? And those are just an example of some of the customers where we operate.
Just sort of looking at, you brought up this point about we working at the intersection of deep domain knowledge and technical expertise. What would be our or rather an ideal client profile? I mean, like what sort of customers, you know, would really fit our
I think it's an excellent question. So I think our ideal client profile is someone who is in the same domain that we have expertise in. So think of it as a networking company, right, or a storage company. They have the domain expertise, right? They know how to build networking software, how to build a networking appliance, and so do we, because we have that domain. So they identify with us. But what we additionally bring to the table that they don't have is by virtue of the other ingredients that I spoke about earlier, things that we bring from our horizontal practices, or what we call our digital practices and accelerators. Things like our cloud experience and expertise, right, which is a digital practice at Ness. But when we bring that along with our domain to a specific customer in that domain, they see immense value because they know how to build the product in their domain. They know that we know that domain, and in addition to the domain, we also bring this digital practice in. So, if a company like Veritas strategically is going to move away from appliances and into the cloud, they understand the storage domain well. We understand that domain, and we also bring the cloud expertise. So together with the domain and the digital practice expertise, we can fast track that journey for them. And that's why I would say they are an ideal customer. Someone in that space where we have the opportunity to add value by the other things that we bring to the table, including the domain, because they then know that we can pull this off.
All right. So Avinash, thank you. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank
All right.
you.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Thanks.